Hello everyone, welcome to the Aurora Open number 2. We're about to get started in the round of 16, I believe. We've got like 15 players in this tournament. And we're about to go against Mr. Summerflame. So let's see how it goes. He's brought an exciting lineup, I've brought an exciting lineup. This could go several ways. We've got a lot of red here. That is a lot of red. Oh my. Which one do I even want to ban? I kind of am thinking about either the red-yellow or the mono-red. Now my lineup is a little bit slow. We've got ramp, we've got control, we've got combo. So I want to ban anything that's like super speedy, which I guess is like actually the mono-red. But unless this is the list that Summer uses with hooks and things, but it's got 6 neutrals. Red, blue, usually not a consideration I need to worry about. Could this one be like mechs? This one's like 20... 29... So there's 3 cards that are crossing over here, which could be airbots. Can I manage mechs? Can I manage mechs? Mechs could actually be really challenging. What if he bans my green? You know what? Let's lock in the ban on the red-yellow. This was my first intention. We'll lock that one in. And he's gonna ban my red. Okay. So we should have actually an alright time with mono green. I might actually start with this. This is green ramp. Now there's a blue list in here, so maybe there's some counter potential. But I think I'm going to lead with the green. This is a best of 3, so I ideally want to start with my best list into this lineup, which is going to be the green. And then we've got our second list to sort of figure out which one we want. It's the green-red. So this is going to be interesting. It looks like it's probably like maybe the Crackthorn combo list. There's 1 neutral in there. For Gagana, potentially. Unless this is just completely different. Tree opener. So we are going first. Let's just do this. Do I ever keep the tree opening hand? No. Nice. Starting creature and a Seek to follow up. And an Oak Folder to follow up afterwards. Very cool. So let's see how fast and aggressive he is. If he's a slow list, I'm probably happy. Assuming I draw a tree later on in this match. Wood Ellie. So let's continue this way. Now we need to go for value cards here. Like Ice Rock. I mean, actually, Octopus is very good into big boys, though. But we have plenty of stuff to play. I think we just go for value cards like Ice Rock. Solely for the reason that this is going to be a long, grindy match, and whoever has the highest amount of stats is going to be the winner. So that's what we're going to go for. We do have to be careful about this. Oh! We did top deck tree? So our late game should trump his. Should be pretty good there. These cards are not amazing. Actually, Adventure is not terrible in this matchup. Since he's running Crackthorn and Grandshaker, I mean, what else am I gonna pick here? I also would love to have something playable this turn. Like, Ogre Battler's an option, Kingsguard's an option, but I think I actually do want this. We'll use this as a collector. And that should be able to get a lot of HP. Not a lot, but it'll get some. Fighting the Avenger sides? Really? Interesting. Wow! I'm just getting fed all of these top decks. I think we win. I think we actually just win on the spot here. As long as we can protect this tree. Oh no. Well, that's a lot of pressure. So we would love to play Oak Father. I guess. Which means we also want to play this. Right. 6. That goes to 12 HP, which is not bad. Hopefully it doesn't have an answer to that. It's gonna be a while before we can get the tree. That Maj was really unfortunate. That's a lot of pressure we have to deal with now. And I need a lot of Faeria to actually reasonably play tree. Oh no, we're gonna get taunted. So we need to play this and an extra forest. We can maybe hope to top deck a different ramp card for our 10th forest. Should be a lot of ramp yet to come. Okay, if he goes back passively, pretty cool with that. All I need here is time. Of course the taunt's gonna be annoying though. Especially if it's a 7-4. Oh, a 2-7. No. Feed. Wait, that's pretty cool. So what I want to do is, if I feed this, I go down to 5, I go up to 17. This costs 13, I'm on 4. I can't follow up with anything. Oh, I guess this thing's coming down. We could take a pre-hit. Man, that taunt is so annoying. I just need like 1 damage. Let's feed. We do have a taunt in hand, so we can protect the tree if we need to. Hopefully we can do so. We're on 1 well collection here, which is very awkward. Man, that 2-7 stat line was just so horrible. And And it's still horrible, because we can't play that Ice Rock without it getting just slapped with the 2-7. Oh, we got a Vine Wall. Okay, well, I mean, I guess we just slap a big boy, huh? Slap a big boy, play the Vine Wall, we're on 2, and then I guess we just +1 for the Ice Rock. I don't think I take this hit. Well, I guess we take this hit so that we actually get to stop this. Stop other things. If I take this hit... Oh, I guess it's fine. He still gets to do like a value trade thing. That, +1 or draw. Am I even... I guess I'm not playing the Vine Wall, huh? Crackthorn can dash. But I really want to be able to play this next turn. This is probably the card that I want to play too, so we +1. Yeah, the pre-hit makes sense anyways, because this can get buffed with Crackthorn pings. We want to cash in on it. Yeah, because that value trade can always happen regardless. And since this is Lizard's Crackthorn list, there's not going to be any hard removal. Well, I guess Summer could have included it, but typically it's not necessary. Hello, Bamser. From the past. Still a lot of stats built up in this here creature. Yeah, the value trade makes sense. Why not? And I'm once again still stuck on one well collection. Oh, you hit that one, huh? I guess we could play this. We're not desperate for a taunt here. So this happens. I'm on 6 HP. 6 HP. You've got 5, 6, 7. Likely you can find a kill. Let's go for this guy. He's nice and cheap. Oh, or actually this is not bad also. Just because then he loses the stats to deal with this. Maybe this one's actually fine. We get this to a 15-15 even. So we take this. Because if we use the taunt here, he's hoping to take this trade with the 5-5 and maybe like Crackthorn. But if we do this, he cannot do so. This can of course get cleared, but yeah, that's fine. We can actually just play this, I realize now. We have enough. So let's start with this. Because we need to make sure we have a creature staying in hand here. And this works. We can actually play Rotting Boar, but Rotting Boar is still an awful card even in this situation. Rotting Boar is still terrible. We would much rather just have higher life stats. Now, if a Crackthorn comes down or a Ground Shaker, we actually can't afford this next turn. I am only on 5, but having a Taunt in hand at least makes me feel comfortable. I can stall for a turn if I need to. And if it's Crackthorn, we've got a few things to soak up the stats for, hopefully. A 1-1's pretty sketchy. Okay, it's Shaker. Ugh. Wow. It's pretty big. That was a massive turn. Uh-oh. That's not good. That's great that we top deck that, though. Wow. I'm not doing too hot. We will take this, go for the Zoologist here. Hopefully claim this wall spot. Monkey. We need the cheapest thing anyways, so we're gonna grab the monkey here. And I think I might want a Vine Wall. Just to force this 7-8 to hit this, and hopefully we maintain a collection this way. +1. We're actually in a rough spot. This deck has so much value. Like, even outvaluing a Tree of Everlife. Jeez. Yeah, so with my lineup, somebody just asked in chat if there's a specific theming. Pretty much for this one, I'm not allowing myself to use any seasonal cup lists I've used in the past. Because I think I've kind of played through the best possible lineup that can be crafted, so it feels kind of weird. If I don't put restrictions on myself, why wouldn't I just create, like, the best lineup always? And it's just kind of boring to play with the same lineup all the time, so I think these restrictions are pretty fun. And we do have an exciting match in this one. I am a little bit concerned. I won't lie. I'm a little bit concerned. Those salamanders are raking up value. Oh, man. Does find the clear, but we do have a monkey still. This monkey is not as good anymore. We can't actually just pop this, though. We +1, so we have enough. So we could play the grizzly as a 10-15. Does this guy go in range? He's got 9, 10, 11. Needs to find 4. I think we can just keep slapping this, to be honest. Because we can +1 into the monkey next turn. And he needs to find some very specific clears, which he's used a lot up of. He's used 2 salamanders so far, 2 buffs. Actually, there's only 2 buffs in this list. I could get taunted here. Or that could happen, but we have a taunt. Yeah, so that's very awkward. Oh no, he's got another taunt coming too. So this guy will go to... only collecting twice, so that's only going to be 13 life. And 10 power? Okay, that's not bad actually. With 13 life, I get to take both of these guys out. So I think that's cool. And then we still have enough for the Tyrian Golem next turn. Hopefully the buffs We've got a 50-50 chance to hit the... Well, it depends what we draw, I guess, but... Don't want the buff hitting this thing. Don't want the buff hitting like a Oak Father. I need feeds. I've only drawn one so far. Feed would help a lot in this situation. Actually, I can't afford feeds. Unless a collector stays alive. Which I guess is likely. Now, he's free to step back and collect if he wants. The stats don't matter here. He's got enough to clean up 15. I mean, you could also just pre-hit, I guess. So what's his play here? Honestly, he probably wants to take out the Deepwood Grizzly, because... Okay, he's doing the taunt. If he takes out the Deepwood Grizzly, it means I'm forced into either collecting or killing a creature. Okay, well, since our collector survived, we get to play this now, so that's cool. I will take it. This one. And we will take this one, then we're on 4 HP, which is fine. We'll probably just group our units all in one cluster. Oh! Seed of Paradise would be very cool, though. Because then I have a collector. But then he just shakers. I think he's probably got another shaker coming. He's only played one. So this play would be super cool if we could maintain a collector, but I actually don't think we can. So we'll just go for the big stats. Hey, we got an attacking land. With 0 effort put in. Cool. And he just surrenders anyways. He missed his window to actually kill the tree. And we closed it out. So, good for us. We did have lucky draws there in the beginning. We're going to get counted with the blue. There's 2 crossover cards. But that was a good first match. Because now we get to counter back with whatever we feel like. Which makes me feel good. I am curious what this is going to be. Because who knows. So, going second. This has a really interesting mulligan, actually. I am going to hang on to the Oak Father going second here. And I will have talked about this in the YouTube video. Not so much on the Twitch stream. Okay, we actually found a starting creature anyway, so it doesn't matter. But, in this list, there's only Tiki Zoologist, and what's the other one? Oh, we can actually wild growth here. That's very cool. Tiki here. Bursting Hippo is awful. We just take the decent cards. So, yeah, the starting creatures are Tiki Zoologist. What else? I actually can't remember. Oh, Seeds. This one. Yeah, there we go. That boy. So we'll go defensively here. Forest here. Yeah, so Seeds and Zoologist are the only cards with like 2 forests or less that I'd want to play. Going first, I can keep Seek Shelter as a starting card, because going first, building up to 3 forests is absolutely fine. And the Oak Father I can keep going second, because we actually get up to 8 Faeria on that side. We will go for the Oak Father, I think. Now, either we put the Oak Father here, or we get a double collector with the Seeds. Let's calculate thresholds. We go, with this cost 8. So we're on 2, and hopefully we get... So we get 5, then 6 with 1 collector, so we don't really need a double collector. So we could just do this. It would be really nice to double collect here, though. But I also would like to slow down his advance of lands. That's another thing I would love. Okay, let's do this. Now, if he has land trick, I guess we step back. Just to avoid the value trade. Of course, he can still land trick here, but I'd much rather prevent the collection with the land trick. God, it's chilly in here. Who would have thunk it in Canada? This is going to be really difficult for him to deal with, I think. Humbling Vision does not give him the clear. In fact, I get to value trade this thing still. Frogify is a long way off. I doubt he even runs Frogify. And Phantasm's really the only other option. So we should be safe for now. That's unfortunate. Oh, we got the tree. And we also get to play Crackthorn very cleanly here. Let's maybe go for an aggressive Crackthorn. We can at least block the well at the worst case. See where the pings lie. 4-4, beautiful. Beautiful stat line. Yeah, we'll just dash here. So Tree may not even get to see play. We'll see what happens. Yeah. I was gonna say, I potentially wanted the 4-4 to stay here to double collect for me. But I also do like blocking the collection spot, because he might just need the collection and go for it, I don't know. Alpanico wants Tarim. I dislike Tarim. I think there's definitely a build to go for Tarim. But he is way too pricey for my liking. Its plays has a lot more of a combo list. Whereas this method with the Kodamas, you can slow play it a lot more. Kodama's not a great card, but it is when you can get into tree range. Oh! Wait, does he have a follow-up to this? He does. Well, that is unfortunate. We also have a land that we've built for him to jump on. Oh no, that's not good. I say we go for a draw. Hook, I was not prepared for. So this is a really bad position. This is not bad. We can block the collection at least. And then still +1 in Oak Father next turn. I'll take that. I think it's still +1 Oak Father. We're in the same situation where Humbling doesn't really help him, so we can just do this. And hopefully this guy can be a double collector for us. We really need collections on board, so we're not going aggressive anymore. I also am expecting to see Ice Rock in this list, I guess. Oh, Tiki. I really think we need to maintain collections here. I think that is super important, so we are going to go for that. Um, Tiki's very expensive. But that's okay. We're just gonna drop him anyways. Now, what do we have to be playing around? We have to be playing around Ice Rock Behemoth. This thing can get to... This is basically a 6-5. This thing is a 7-3. A little bit vulnerable to Flame Bursts if he's running them. I guess Nekomod is fine. 6-5 versus like a 5-5. Man, Nekomod is such a bad card. How is a 3-land card like pretty well outvaluing this already? 5-5 stats versus 6-5. I guess this has taunt. But how guaranteed is it that this procs? Or do we just go for the safe? God, I don't actually know. I think I actually go for Octopus here. Nekomata is so bad. This can be a jumper, worst case, like maybe something happens to our board. There's a lot of flexibility with the Octopus. And a 6-5 stat line's actual garbage anyways. That does not fight Ground Shakers. That does not fight very much. I guess it does fight Ground Shakers. Never mind. I guess that is pretty efficient stats for dealing with Shaker. But that's fine. I do kind of like the idea of having a 7-3 potential to fight Ice Rocks, or switching this to like a jumper or something. Oh, it's Tortoise! Fair enough. I guess I could have predicted that. We could potentially set up a 3-7 in between the wells also. I don't know if that's very good, though. This gets pretty countered. I don't want to hard invest all these lands. He had 2 captains? Wow. That's pretty big. We have feed potential. I don't want a hard play forests. We're just gonna keep drawing. I think we Tyrion feed. I am kind of looking for some extra stuff, such as this. Oh! Wait. Wait, do we actually tar him? Or does he have transform? Because we can actually afford it. Not really. I think I need to invest Stalker here. To take one of these. We can actually go for bigger Stalker. But then I still need stats to take this. Oh, it's so awkward. I guess it's Court Jester anyways.
Installing updates. Why so serious? Installing updates.
We'll see. We'll see how that goes. Taram, I don't know. I am a little bit queasy of transform. It's a little bit slow, and again, I needed to invest the Stalker there to actually clean kill this. Alternatively, I could have bricked him some cards? No, I don't think so. No, that's a silly idea. We do have to watch out for hook shots. I probably should be concerned with that. We did open up a hook line. But not the worst hook line. We can be alright with that. The 3-7 I'm not sure of, though. Playing the 3-7 in range seems bad. I probably wanted to put it backwards. Man, the 3-8s were such a good top deck for him. These were really difficult to manage. I could have, like... The Court Gesture was a cool top deck there. I could have, like... killed this if it weren't for the 3-8s. Copter! Oh no. Oh, that's not a good top deck. Oh dear. I think we go for the collection still. Even though we're not able to follow up with anything, we are gonna step back here. Now this likely dies. It's very likely this dies.
Installing updates.
Could drop this as a collector, but then we get coptered again. Copter's really good for him, and it's likely he has a second one, so I guess we just pass. We just hope to top deck like Oak. We already played 2 Oak Fathers. Wait, what's our... What do we have left that's meat? Kodama? We have played 2 feats, I believe. I actually can't remember. We played 1 on the Tyrian Golem. No, I think I was thinking about feeds from the last match. Maybe we've only played 1. I don't really want to top deck feeds. I don't want to top deck any more ramp. Pretty much just looking for chonk at this point. It's gonna be Shaker? Boss? Oh. Okay, well, glad I didn't play the seed, I guess. Kodama! Don't have enough for the tree. Do we take a draw? What I'm looking for here is tree next turn, hopefully. He's gonna get so much value off of combat hits, but this puts me down to 4. We can draw because we can still +1 into that. Okay. Now the question is, which creature do I play? Wonder if he runs Bomb Slinger. Because I really want to play this here, if I can. This gives me the option to threaten this space, or clear this guy. We don't get to collect with this one. I guess this one's the safest. Well, we always want to clear the combat guy, right? Yeah, okay, we'll just dump this. Enjoy your collection spot. Okay, I'm running out of time too in my time bank if we lose this. I still need to pilot a whole other match, so I want to be careful about that. Now, tree is actually playable here, even if he sidesteps and we build a land. Still playable. Question is, do I want to play it? Because we got a very expensive Oak Father in hand if the tree hits this, so maybe we actually don't even want to play tree next turn. We might just be going for Oak Father. We'll see what happens. Oh, building lands for me to step on, thank you. Right, I forgot that thing had taunt. Ooh. I forgot that had taunt. He's got another one of these buffs too, doesn't he? So awkward. Huh. Tree, I think, loses me here. I don't think I can really sustain with tree. It's gotta just be Oak Father. Oak Father and then a taunt, maybe? And then I don't know if I particularly want to collect. Collecting would be swell, but... on the other hand, Cypher's Wrath really hurts. And I want to kill this. We're going to take a pre-hit. That is weak to Ground Shaker, but he is going to get another buff. Or at least he has another buff in hand. So we will go for the pre-hit just to save some damage on ourselves. It forces the Ground Shaker to exist. And I don't want to collect here. It plays into Cypher's Wrath. Even though I need collections for the tree. I really have to hope that this one singular 617 can fend off Summer's entire horde here. And we gotta play fast. I gotta win back some time bank. Because I'm not feeling super confident about this matchup. We're not doing too well. So what do we use to counter? I could use my blue, or I could even use my combo. I could try the combo list. If I'm concerned with time, the combo list takes a lot of thinking though. But this list is very slow. I think we can actually win with the combo. Okay, we might have a... no, we can't play tree next turn. Oh, it sucks. I might surrender. We'll... yeah, I'm just gonna... oh. We're just going to win back some time bank. Because Summer is getting down to a similar time bank, actually. Found it. Alright. So we got 5 minutes. I don't actually think my blue is very good into this, to be honest. think we actually go for Rubiak OTK in this matchup. Hugh believes... I think he can assume this is OTK. If I play Rakoans into red, I think it's a pretty safe assumption. I just have to play this fast. 5 minutes. Like, this list plays pretty fast. There's a lot to think about on a turn. There's a lot of animations, but it is, at the end of the day, all animations. We can end turn pretty quickly. This one, I just actually think the Blue Swarm is maybe weak. They've got a lot of 6 HP stats, which we can't deal with. I'm locking in Rubiak. We want to see it. We gotta see it once this tournament at least. Summer's playing a slow list, at least land-wise. He does have water Ellies to accelerate him, but... Alright, time to turn on the big brain. This is gonna be a lot of thinking in very quick amounts of time. Okay, so we do need Fukoro. Do we keep this in our opening hand? Fukoro is a key piece. I actually think I might keep this, because we do have a starting creature, we do have Windfall. I think we're gonna hang on to this. Found the Gagana as well. Combo pieces. Now Summer may realize that this is combo. It's very possible. Oh no, we found the water Ellie start. That's not good. Okay, so next lands are deserts. We group everything on the left side here. We have to save this Gagana because he's got a lot of tools to answer this. He can humble Flame Bursts. I didn't actually see Flame Bursts. Pass. We cannot play Bird Ship, unfortunately. Not yet. So we're two lands away. So next, we can... Oh, do I have enough? I'm on feed lands. We can Bird Ship. I think we just rip the Bird Ship.
Bow to me!
We can Tyrion feed.
Would you like some tea?
Okay. Alright. Tyrion feed, we rip first. We play as much as we can and then we voice. He potentially might have a kill. We'll see. Like this. This. This, we go down to 6. We need to play one thing. That was the wrong spot. Whoops. This, we don't have enough. Wait. I need 5 creatures? This costs 5?
The sky is only the beginning.
Rip this? No, I still need famine. Oh, I'm so close. Come on. Oh. Oh no, I lost it. Oh. Okay, GG. Oh, that's so sad. Alright. What does this do? Choose a friendly creature. Yeah. Oh, that's so sad. If I had not played the thing, we would have maybe won. Rough. Alright. Well, that's a little bit too big brain for the morning, I guess. But hopefully that was an exciting finish. And now we can move on to casting. Well, very exciting. Very exciting. If that doesn't get your blood boiling in the morning, I don't know what does. Alright, so we'll move on to casting. Very silly lineup. I'm kind of sad that the Rubiek didn't win there, but... oh well, it was kind of what I was expecting. I do think we... I don't know. I don't know if we would have won. I actually don't think we would have won. The biggest issue is that we only had one more turn. So, I mean, obviously I didn't want to play the Rubiak there, but we need 5 creatures on board to win. I don't think I had enough Faeria left to actually finish on the following turn. Because we really needed... yeah, because I barely had enough just to play the Rubiak there. I needed another 6 and another 2 for Famine plus the Transform, plus 5 creatures on board, which he could have easily just cleared. So, yeah, a little rough. The Rubiak was a misplay, but I think we just lost that anyways. Pretty sad. Man, I played the blue list in this lineup also because we didn't get to see it last tournament. So, I guess sad we didn't get to see it again, but we'll try again in the next one. So let's see what we can get in the brackets, who we can peek in on. Maybe we can just stick with Summer for now. if they haven't started. I think that was the correct call anyways, my time bank was pretty low. If I went for blue, it would have been quite the grindy matchup, I think. So Rubiak was really the only pick there. Alright, well, now we can calm down, catch our breath, and let's support Summer in the rest of the series. No favorites. Alright, so Mr. Nep has 2 blue lists. There's a blue-green over here. Mono-red, mono-green. Looking to ban the red-yellow. Nope, switching to red-green. I think red-yellow made a little bit more sense. Since we have 2 blue lists, I imagine we should be able to counter the green. Summer countering the blue-green. With 2 green lists, that is pretty tricky for Summer to get through. He does have this Humbling Vision list, which is not bad. Starts with the green. Very bold. Okay. So if this green loses, if Summer starts with something that just counters this, we might not have an answer to the mono-red over here, which could be an issue. Now this could be angry. Well, not with dual colors. Oh yeah, that's Thunder Yell. Yeah, I guess this could... No, there's Ground Shaker cover. Okay, it's probably just Max then. But Mr. Net might have looked at Summer's lineup same way that I did and thought, well, this is all red. Green should be a safe pick anyways. Yes, and it is Max, okay. Now this is not a guaranteed matchup for green by any means. Mechs can dish out a lot of damage. Oh, interesting cards over here. We got Seed of Paradise and Sagami Warrior. So it seems to be a bit more of an aggressive green. Summer hanging on to the scrap heap. This looks like it's probably Lizard's list with Shadow Silk Fairy and Hellfire. Interesting that he goes for this space, if it's a really aggressive space. I mean, it's always advantageous to dash the Seed of Paradise onto the corner anyways. Because then you have the option to pick which spot you want. And with the aggressive land, I think you really want this. And yeah, we're just continuing up. I think that was kind of a miss on Mr. Nep's opening there, unfortunately. We are going to be 1 land slower than we would have liked. Also, would have been lovely to have a bridge over to this space. If we did have this land built, we could have built our current turn land here, seed dash, and now we've got an actual bridge that we can send this warrior off to. Because now it's kind of awkward. We have to build this bridge ourselves just to make it over there. But we did top deck Maj, so Mr. Nep saying, I don't care about lands anyways. We are 1 turn off from Fairy. Would be a lovely collector here, but we do have the Airbot. Summer might also just hang on to the Airbot to try and fight the green stats. That is what he's doing. Pretty reasonable because we do have a lot of stats in green to deal with. But this is going to be a big next turn for Summer. Mr. Nep, though, only providing 1 creature. So Summer's got a decision to make here. Do we deal with the Sagami or do we ignore him? And I think we probably are going to end up ignoring. Just go for like Cannon Carrier perhaps. Because we could kill this. But we have to invest a Detonate to do so. And that does not feel good. I would much rather hold my resources. We could even just play nothing here, but I would like to play the cannon carrier just in case lands get stepped on and things. Green has no answers to the 4-2 reasonably, so I think it's pretty safe just to dump the cannon carrier, and I really do want to develop the Shadow Silk Fairy. I think, at least. We do have an expensive next turn. Goes for a draw. Okay, so we're not going for it. It's a reasonable play as well to not do anything. We do need Faeria to play our removal cards like Hellfire. So, also reasonable. We could have actually played the Shadow Silk in between wells with the Explorer there. Oh no, we don't have enough land, we drew. The draw was interesting. Yeah, I mean, I think I would have at least liked the Shadow Silk Fairy. This is huge. Mr. Nep recognizing the 2-turn lethal threshold here. And now Summer is really desperate to kill this thing. I think it would have been very useful having that cannon carrier on board just to deal with these stats. Now we gotta find it some other way. And I don't know if that other way is going to present itself. We have 2, 4, 6 damage with these. 8 damage with this, and then we need 3 pings with the Hellfire. But how much does that cost? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 18? We don't have enough. We are 1 shy. And that's a pretty reasonable clear, but yeah, I actually don't think we have a clear here. I guess we just hope the Hellfire gets more pings. That's our only out. We can't invest Cypher's Wrath here. Did I miscount? I don't think so. We're on 10. No, we're still 1 short, yeah. Oh, we're just giving up. Oh, that's a mech. Wait. That still doesn't work, though. Okay. He's just being classy. I would have gone for the out with Hellfire. It's very extremely unlikely, but I mean, might as well go for it, right? Alright, Mr. Nip taking the first one with the green, and Summer able to counter with the Humbling Vision list. Alpanico saying I could have won on that next turn in that last match. I feel like I possibly could have. I panicked and played the Rubiak, which was sad. I haven't touched that list since I made a video on it many months ago. So a little out of practice, I suppose. Eru, thanks for the cheer. I think Mr. Nep is messing up his early game a little bit, though. Both of these times. Again, we could have gone for the exact same play as last turn, held the Explorer, dashed this guy up, and then when we collect here, we have this Explorer to accelerate further. I just don't understand the requirement of these lands if we're trying to push super aggressive. But maybe Mr. Nep just hasn't thought about that type of opening. Seed is a pretty tricky card. We are well on our way to this Gemshell Tortoise. Man, Summer top decking this Water Ellie all 3 games that he's played this list. And now, once again, if we had gone for that play earlier, we would have had a Lost Explorer at his face this turn. It is interesting also that we're building so many lands. I wonder what's in this list. Like maybe Tyrian Golem? We do have Maj, which is a 5 land count. Captain, very cool here. Really nice stats to deal with stuff. And we should be able to afford Gem Shell afterwards. Not gonna play it. I mean, that's fair too. The creature is gonna get sent here. We could even use Captain as a blocking piece. Now though, we have the Sagami Warrior. We could dash the Warrior to threaten the Water Alley space. Okay, so it looks like 5 lands is as much as Mr. Nep wants to go to. That land is not a good land. Okay, I guess if we put another creature to threaten. Are we gonna drop the Laya as well? I would have preferred Laya on this side though, to threaten the lands. The other awkward bit is that now if we ever want to summon a creature on the left side, we have to invest in another land. I really liked Laya coming down there. I don't know why I didn't. I guess he's concerned with like Ground Shaker taking value. That's probably fair, actually. So we might as well start with the Tortoise. Tortoise looks pretty good. Going this side, really. Double copters. I'm actually confused why he went to left side here. Because we could have... I guess we're just flame bursting that, okay. I guess fair enough. Sure. Buffs. These buffs aren't going to be very useful against Humbling Visions. I think the Sagami Warrior is going to live a short life. Thanks for the bits, Arrow. First tournament loss in a long time. Cheer up, Moon. Nobody's perfect. Thanks for the support. Okay, goes for a value trade. Respect that. Going to reduce the value of Summer's Humbling Visions.
Installing updates.
Are we going for a double copter here? We don't really need to, I guess. Sure. Seed, not the top decks we're looking for now. Though we can use this seed as a collector. We can actually start to send this 3-4 up aggressive. Don't mind that too much, unless we're concerned with Ground Shaker again. This Brigand is really nicely placed by Summerflame as well, because the ideal target here for Nep is to take out the Captain, which requires him to step in range of the Brigand, giving him that combat structure. And just this being on the board in general is pretty threatening to the structure. Maj will help a little bit. Maj will definitely help a little. We don't have Transform in this list from Summer that I've seen. We've seen 3 matches of this list so far now, so I wouldn't expect to see any Transform. Alright, we will go for the Collector. Unfortunately, Summer did top deck a Shaker. He steps back the 3-2. Wait, why would we step this back, though? That seems really bad.
Installing updates.
Also, we had an option to take a free combat hit. Oh, I guess because we're shakering, we don't want to do that. Yeah, fair enough. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. Yeah, so, like, stepping back with that Laya, like, it just body blocks the 3-3 here, and gives Summer a collection with the Copter. Doesn't feel good. And now, Summer has a nice little protective structure to protect this Collector here, and he can just focus all his efforts on right sides. We do have to invest a little lands to do so, but that's okay. We'll slap a Cypher. Oh. Okay, no protective structure. We don't need it. We don't need protection. We have enough stats on board, Summer thinks. Looks like we're gonna get mudged for that decision. Okay, we're not getting mudged. Okay, we are getting mudged. We're protecting our face. We have feed in this list. Interesting. There's gotta be... Wait, what do we feed in this list even? I was thinking it's gotta be like Tyrion Golem, but that doesn't make a lot of sense. Because then we don't have Tyrion Golem anymore. I wonder if Living Willow exists in here. I don't know. We've got like a lot of starter creatures. I don't think Willow is really that needed. The Willow feed combo is pretty cool, but going up to 5 lands just for Willow feed is less cool. No more ground shakers in hand to deal with this. Unfortunate. We could just block with the Cypher anyways, or we could just threaten. Yeah, that makes sense. And I mean, we've got the Copter in hand. We can actually threaten that. Makes Shadow Silk a mech. Alright, so we'll pass from here. I think he was debating the Water Ellie. Not playing the Water Ellie here means he has got more Faeria to spend on other aggressive stuff in the future. Oh, sorry, it was... Oh, I guess it was Nep's turn there, never mind. Okay, we'll play the Water Ellie then. So we get the collection, and still get to threaten that space. Pretty cool. And now Summer gets to march up casually on the left side while he stares down this Maj. 2 feeds in hand. Yeah, I think these feeds, I mean, I'm not sure what these are supposed to go on. We haven't seen a single Tyrion Golem yet in both of these games. Doesn't mean there isn't one. Definitely could be. There has to be Tyrion Golem, though. He builds up to 5 lands. Which is not just for Maj. Uh-oh. Grove Guardian says, uh-oh. Cypher Monchi time. Now Summer thinking, about doing something strange, like full clearing. We have Humbling Copter. The thing is we have to take the shield, and there's no clean way to do that without blocking ourselves with Copter, so it's gotta just be the Humble plus that. Yeah. Grove Guardian been buried. And that looks like it. I think Mr. Neb's throwing in the towel. Gonna try to feed this Zephyr. Feed's a good card, even going down on like a 4 HP creature, but not really worth going up to 5 forests in my opinion. Top tech's another feed. Beautiful. Big hit. Oh, respect. We're not even gonna munch the Maj. We're gonna show some respect. Okay. Bury you. Does not go for the lethal. Summer wants to finish with the Cypher himself. Does not get to see the Cypher finish. Alright. So I think Mr. Nep is reasonably happy anyways. I mean, I think I still would have liked the mono green to counter the mono red. I think I would hope to get other answers to the mechs, even though it is quite difficult. Because the mono red's gonna be tough. Yeah, I was never trying for 700 ELO. I mean, FWC, that was a meme. That requires grinding on ladder, which is just not something I want to do. Last month... Yeah, I don't think I bothered last month. Since I do have my one open win this season, I don't need to try on ladder to gain FWC points for Seasonal Cup entry. And ladder is such a miserable experience, at least for like an experienced player. Tournaments are a lot more fun, and I do value my time a little bit more than that. But yeah, for those joining in, we did start. I started. Got knocked out by Summer Flame. We went for the memes with Ruby Echo TK and they did not pay off. Unfortunately. The memes were not strong enough. Lujuan. We got some memes over here. So Summer started with the science in this match. Interesting. I guess because it's blue, we go for control stuff. That was a mistake. Yeah, the sturdy shell... Oh, is he trying to play mind games here? He's trying to convince Summer that he wanted the sturdy shell in between range so that he plays in range, but I don't think Summer's going to be playing in range of a sturdy shell. It's a little bit spooky playing in range of that. Does not invest the Wrath. So with Dreamweaver, Nep actually has a really great chance. Even has a great chance in the following match against the Mono Reds. Reaver is a big boy. As long as you can survive in the early game against the Mono Red list. So steps that Sturdy Shell in range. Pretty convincing to Summerflame now that there is an enchant in hand. We are debating playing the Tide Lord. We really want to slow play this. I would like to go for a collection, I think. Mr. Nep has seen this list once. I think it's safe to assume there's no Horsemaster, especially if you've been looking at the deck covers. I guess the other concern is like land trick, but yeah, no land trick that we have seen. If Mr. Nep has not been watching stream, then he'll only have some limited information. Groundshaker pretty cool. We have to knock down the HP stat of the Sturdy Shell. Aurora very cool. I think I'd feel pretty comfortable playing a Lore Thief left side here, especially with the Aurora pickup, and especially with the Groundshaker drop. I guess, but with this on 1 HP, that is pretty awful into Shaker. Oh, what? Oh, I don't like that. Oh, I really dislike this land. The reason I dislike this is because we were on 4 lakes there, and we need to get to 7, and now we only have 2 lands to go and 3 spaces to cover in that time. Yeah, I really dislike this. This is gonna require extra land investment just to get that Dreamweaver going face, which is really, really important in this matchup. Where red could potentially, you could potentially get into a racing scenario, where you want to fight this right side with Dreamweaver plus enchant and threaten that lethal. Oh. Well, okay, I guess Summer's building the land for us. So, I guess it paid off then. Never mind then. Though, in this situation, actually, I take it back. We have to invest a lake here if we want to take the clear. Oh. Okay. So we are going to continue with this Dreamweaver plan, sure. Fine. The 3-1 was enough to spook him. I think the 7-7 spooked him enough, though. Right, but we couldn't play the 7-7 in range. In comfortable range, I guess. Lujuan. Lujuan's very funny here. Because we, again, have that Aurora. We would have to go Lujuan and back up the Sturdy Shell. But I think it's kind of cute. Investing? No. In this position, we got 17 Faeria. I wouldn't mind dropping Lujuan. I think it's fine. We don't really have a ton else to drop. Oh, I guess we have the Lore Thief. But Lore Thief, again, kind of sketchy into Groundshaker. Especially when Aurora wants to pop down. Debating a okay. We are roping a little bit. I think it made him a bit nervous. But I don't think I like this. Maybe he's trying to play around a land trick. He didn't play around a land trick earlier, though. But this 4-4 doesn't really accomplish anything, so I'm not sure what this does. And that's real unfortunate. We get humbled over there. Really big play from Nep here now with the Dream Reaver, though. We get to... Oh, no, it's not a big play. Because we can't Dream Reaver dash onto his lands. We have to kill this. Man, why did we build this center land? We could have Dream Reaver at his face already. Big sad. I mean, I guess we just go for the play we've been building up to, which is the Aurora on the jumper. We can potentially start with Lore Thief. I don't know. I would really like to... Okay, neutrals are fine, I suppose.
Would you like some tea?
That gives us flexibility with where to put our Dream Reaver next turn. We do have to build an extra land anyways if we want to, like, step on the mountain or something. Oh my. Ooh, I don't like that. Oh, that's way too expensive for my taste. I think Mr. Nep is a little bit too concerned with his face. Both this game and the last game. I'm starting to dig into the mind of Nep and those forest placements in his earlier match. I think he's playing a very defensive game when he needs to be switching to a bit more aggressive. I mean, it's fine to defend a little bit against this stuff, but playing a Sturdy Shell in range as a 5/5 is just really awful. Especially when you're not even being threatened by that Shaker. You could have waited like one turn for him to step up or something and then block, something like that. But now we have the Dream Reaver. Unfortunately, there's a Humbling Vision in Summer's hand. Would have been lovely if we could have got these out of hand first. It is quite sad, actually, we didn't play the Luigi one earlier, because... I mean, we can play it here, I guess. Oh. Okay, Beirut is very interesting. I think I actually like the Beirut better here. We get to threaten both of these lands, and we get to dump out this Humbling Vision. So I would just hard play the Beirut here and do nothing else, because we need a lot of Faeria. We need to be able to play Dream Reaver plus Enchant on a following turn. Yeah, good. Looks like a Beirut. And that is going to force an answer from Summer Flame. Now we do have 5, 6, 7, 8 damage here, plus the Wrath. So we could just go for something like that. Actually, even with Humbling Vision, that's pretty horrible. That comes, and then we actually do still have an answer to the Dream Reaver. Kind of sad, actually. Maybe we wanted to actually draw out the Humbling Vision on Dream Reaver? Beirut's pretty big. Oh, it didn't matter no matter which way we did it, because Summer's hand always has an answer. But I actually think Beirut might be more devastating than a Dream Reaver. Is it? No, because this represents lethal. Again, Right, so we needed Faeria. Dream Reaver plus Enchant. That costs 9. We go to 9 next turn. Plus 1. Yeah, okay. I was trying to find some way we could have fit Lujuan in there, but I don't think there's a way. And some are now stepping on our lake. That is going to stop our Dream Reaver from coming in. But yeah, I don't know. This is looking a little rough, actually. We could invest a lake. Yeah, I guess investing a lake's not awful. We could invest a lake to take this trade. Get rid of the 5-2 and then dump the Dream Reaver. This is another reason why pre-buffing is bad, like happened earlier on that Sturdy Shell. It eventually paid off where we were able to take a trade, but for the longest time Summer was just able to avoid this. And then that investment of the enchant was just absolutely useless. Sturdy Shell's just sitting there with a buff, not doing anything. Even in this situation, Mr. Nep had to invest that extra Faeria. I mean, maybe he wanted the Enchantress on board anyways in this situation to fight with, but I don't know. We did find an answer. Oh, we have so many answers in hand. I don't think Mr. Nep's gonna have really enough to deal with any of this stuff. Especially with that second Cypher's Wrath coming down, losing out on all collectors. Yeah, it's pretty brutal. We can't even play Ulani yet because we have a creature still alive. Mega sad. I mean, our only hope to winning this match really is the Dream Reaver. Like another Dream Reaver. We're gonna go for the Ulani by baiting in this Water Ellie, but kinda hurts. Yeah, I almost wouldn't have minded the Lore Thief, but it is a little bit expensive when we're behind on Faeria. I guess that's fine. Double creations. That's a lot of shakers. What's really cool about this is that's a discounted creation. So whatever this lies on or goes on also discounts that creature. These can be representing of 3-cost shakers. These can be 3-cost bosses. Lots of flexibility with creation. Wow, Summer dodging the 5-2. Interesting. Is he trying to play around the Ulani, or is he trying to play around a second Dream Reaver and him not having answers to it? Probably the latter. I don't think you usually play around Ulani. Which I think Mr. Nep is honestly fine with. I'll take collections where I can get them. Though, if this game is going at a much slower pace, I don't know what Mr. Nep's win condition is going to be. Summer Flame's just going to have enough Faeria to deal with any Reaver that comes down. So I don't think of more challenges for these tournaments, because like I was saying earlier, I don't know if I want to just play with the best lists in the game all the time. It seems like a boring lineup. I think what my next tournament's going to be is maybe taking a look at my tier list that I did and not allowing myself to use S or A tier cards. I think that could be a cool challenge. Probably we'll come up with a pretty janky lineup though. It's going to be very difficult to not use Flame Burst, Cypher's Wrath, Soul Drain. But I think it could be a fun challenge. And maybe I'll try to build some competitive lists with that. I was really hoping that Rubiak would get to see some showcasing this tournament. But another time, I suppose. I think blue is a pretty decent contender. if not using S or A tier cards. Again, this is all just my own tier list, but a lot of blue cards, in my opinion, are like lacking a little bit. Even Dreamweaver, I think, probably is a decent list to play as a underpowered list with non-playing S or A tier cards, because I don't think any of these cards made the list. Frogify I put into B tier. Now, Frogify in a Dreamweaver list is absolutely fine. This is a card that's fine to use. Humbling Vision most of the time is a better card. It's just more efficient. It costs one less, which is a big deal. You get access to it much sooner. Frogify's not really a great card in a lot of lists, because of how slow it is to come down and because of how expensive it is, and Humbling Vision can deal with most things you're looking for anyways. But with the Dreamweaver list, since you're already going to, like, you're really focused on lake production, the land count's not really much of a detriment. The only detriment here is the cost, but typically you do want a back pocket Frogify to deal with things like maybe mono green or something. Maybe a Cypher. Alright, we might be going for a big Plague Bearer play here, which is pretty smart. Wait, we dropped the Ulani at some point? Wait, we were holding so well, why did we play the Ulani? Or... okay, I wasn't really paying attention. I don't understand why the Ulani is here, though. Especially when we have a creature in trade range. Interesting. So in this game state also, it's very tempting to always to go for like the usual Faeria game plan where you focus on well collections and keep building up well collections, going for board control and stuff like that. But the game plan actually shifts quite differently. Ooh, that's a nice pickup. When you're in this state where you're really behind on board, you can't really gain initiative by playing creatures because your opponent's just going to clear them all, but you are gaining mass amounts of area. We're looking to go for more combo plays and less focus on the wells here. Now with the Ninja Toads, wait, why did we command? Oh, we needed to dump a card out of our hands? So he was trying to find a second Plague Bearer there. By not finding Plague Bearer, we opened ourselves up to this, though. So he was really banking on that. Oh, Crystal Dragon? This looks like a dragon. Oh. Wait, Urn? Oh no. Wait. Okay, we found it. We found it. Rip it quick. Unfortunately, we didn't have enough time to do Ninja Toad shenanigans. But we did find it in the nick of time. We are only on 5 cards left of the list, so kind of makes sense. Loljuan. Oh, sorry. For some reason, I thought we had Aurora. I don't know why I thought that. Was that good? I kind of don't even... think that was good. I almost would have preferred the Crystal Dragon there. I'm not sure, though. The issue here is, like, we don't really have a win condition right now. I guess Summer is concerned with, like, protecting his face, or not. Really? Not concerned with Dreamweaver? Right, we got a super cheap Ground Shaker. We don't top tech the Dreamweaver, though. Can we spell whirl for Reaver? That would be so funny. No. We did get an enchant, though. That is a combo piece. Sadly, we don't have enough if we took a draw here. Do we draw for Reaver? I think we have to draw for Reaver, because we can't deal with these Ground Shakers no matter what. I mean, Laya is one thing, I guess. I guess Laya's an option. So, yeah, either the option here is dump the Laya, maybe Laya plus creature block, to force a hit. Oh, we don't even need to creature block, we just dump the Laya, right? I would not Frogify, though. I think the option here is either draw for a Reaver or play Laya. Oh, we're going for value traits. Oh god. All of that was really gross. That was very expensive. I hated that. It's not awful, I guess. No, it's awful. I take it back. We had to shake her here. Yeah, that was just absolutely horrible. We really needed to be cheap with what we were playing there. Wait, is there no other Reaver? We only played one Reaver, I thought. No, we played one or two Reavers. Goes for the Lion now. Yeah, I mean, I guess you have to. Everything's just bad now. The Shaker was just game winning there, but really we didn't want to play all of that stuff we did there. I think Laya was a fine play like 2 turns ago, where we could have just accepted one face hit, blocked the other. Is there really no other Reaver? I swear we only played one. Maybe not. Yeah, maybe we played 2. I don't know. So we can survive, I suppose, by playing Chosen as a body blocker. +1 Chosen, step back to Laya. I mean, this game is lost, so I don't think there's too much to think about. 1 card remaining in the deck. Throw in the surrender. So I think Mr. Nep's gonna have a pretty difficult time getting through this. I was hoping the Reavers were going to beat this list, but now Mono Red into this might be a little tough. Well, I don't know actually. Summer's list is pretty slow. It runs the Tortoise. Maybe I take it back. This list can actually do fine. Summer's list is very slow. Oh, this is angry. Um... I actually think... Yeah, I'm not sure. I think Angry can still squeeze out a win with this one, but I do think something like Red Combat would have had a better chance, just because it's faster. This one's gonna take a little... I mean, this one can be fast, I guess. Yeah, especially with Trooper. And we get to double neutral, play the Kobold. Ooh. Or we just go for Kobold here now, since the boss was played. Goes for double neutral. I think I liked the Kobold. This is kind of awkward now where Summer gets to step up, and you really don't want to play a creature in range. That's a little bit awkward. Oh, but some are actually just gonna play out of range anyway. Well, okay, that makes sense. I don't know why that was surprising to me. Yeah, playing in range, always a little bit sketchy. This is a beautiful copter now. I guess it's not that beautiful, but... we don't get to collect on right side if we do it. Oh wait, we can just shake her. What am I saying? Yeah, we don't even need to copter. We get to collect and shake her? Yes, please. Oh, we are going for copter. We're doing the trades like that. Fair enough. Yeah. Okay, that's a good line. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. We get to preserve our boss, step on the mountain, and now threaten all of Mr. Nep's land investment. So yeah, this is one of the big disadvantages to playing in threat range of things, and losing initiative like this. And initiative, when I say initiative, I mean pretty much playing stuff in range of creatures. You're giving your opponent an opportunity to use their creatures to clear your stuff. Because your guys have summoning sickness, you can't activate them. And now Mr. Nep's got this eternal struggle of trying to get things to stick to the board, but he's forced now to play things in range. Well, he wasn't forced to play this in range. But yeah, just lines up all the trades for Summer very cleanly, and it's gonna be just impossible for Mr. Nep to really come back from this. He could actually dump the Imperial Trooper aggressive now, but it's a little unfortunate since Summer has the Shaker head face. He's winning the race, essentially. This heal helps, though. And yeah, I would really like to see, I think... and this is also just not a great play. Pre-buffing or pre-debuffing, again, you're giving your opponent initiative to do whatever they feel like on their own turn. Summer has the option to find clears and other ways to clear this. Preserve this ground shaker. Like if he had double wrath in hand or something, he could have gone for that instead. And suddenly you've just lost 2 Faeria investment for nothing. Sure, the debuff is active. This ground shaker has been nerfed down a little bit, but it's basically 2 Faeria lost. Just because this shaker now can be a collector and he doesn't really care too much. Yeah, it's just... I don't know. Pre-debuffing is absolutely awful. Wait, Summer doesn't go for a clear? What? Why not? Okay, I don't understand that at all. Summer now giving initiative over to Mr. Nep. Nep gets his pick of whatever creature he feels like is the most threatening. interesting decision on Summer's part. But now we even have an opportunity to play Shed Impest. I probably would go for maybe Trooper instead, though. We can put Trooper aggressive. So I'd really like to see just the 6-2 trade off with the 3-5, and then we dump Trooper. Trooper aggressive, not in range, please. Oh dear. Yeah, so Mr. Nep is really concerned with creatures hitting his face. And I think this has been his losing point, or the reason he has lost maybe 3 of these matches even, if we consider that green match of building defensive lands. Because sometimes you need to just accept the face hits and go for a race. Especially when this Trooper can, like, threaten stuff like this. But some are not actually caring. Not actually going to bother clearing this creature. Again, just giving Mr. Neb collections. So I guess playing the creature there paid off. Goes for a draw. So, again in this position, I really want to see an aggressive creature come down. Let's play the Shed Impest while we have the buff active. Yes, good. Finally we go aggressive. I like it. But it might be too late. We got that Captain coming down now. We get to Captain and Wrath. We even have Creation. Oh, we can full clear here. That's very cool. Yeah, and we took too long to get this aggressive creature developed. Summer has so many answers now. And the other issue, like, just another issue to point out about playing creatures in range of your opponent's stuff is your opponent has very limited hand removal. Even if you might be looking on like broadcast and you see Summer with like 3 Flame Bursts in hand, 3 Cypher's Wraths or something. Oh, doesn't go for the double clear though. Wait, there was a full clear, right? Creation. Oh, so yeah, there was. And we even got the Copter to survive. We had 7 there. So we could have built a lake. Copter Wrath, yeah. So let's see. Creation Copter Wrath. That would have put us on a clean board with 2 Copters on board. As opposed to this board, where we only invested... we invested 6 as opposed to 7. Virtually the same thing. We develop a 3/8. I don't know, I guess both plays are debatable. This one is a bit more aggressive. And the Copter play is more passive, which gives him more time to build up Firebringers. I guess. I don't know. I still like the full clear, I think. Wait, did Neb pass and not step up the 6/4?
Installing updates.
Are we just giving up? Maybe we're giving up. Which I guess is fair in this position. Yeah, so really this match came down to losing a lot of early game by playing cards in range of things, not going aggressive sooner. I think we had a window where we could have raced. It wasn't a great window, but it was a better option than just throwing creatures into a fire. But all of these things are very, very tricky. I'm not blaming Mr. Neb by any means. Merely pointing out the plays. for improvement, or any of you watching to improve your own gameplay. Because Faeria is a very difficult game. Summer's been playing a long time as well. He's definitely a seasoned veteran.
Installing updates.
So we might just be following Summer Flame through this series. It looks like Summer's gonna move on to the semifinals with Martis. We're gonna get that started right away. Martis has been climbing 2-0, 3-0. Martis actually has not dropped a single game yet. So this will be an interesting match, for sure. On the other end of the bracket, we've got Kilt waiting for the match between Bamser and Zarok. So let's invite Summer back. He probably wants a bit of a break. And do I have Martis? Yes. Martis set as player 1. Alright, so, right, I should get scores prepared as well. I think scores are very useful to have. Oh, are both players ready? Okay, well let me ask if Martis is ready. We have Bamster on the other end of the bracket, so we don't have to be too rushed. Alright, we are ready to begin then. This is the semifinals of the Aurora Open number 2. Martis versus Summer Flame. We've seen all of Summer Flame's lists, pretty much. I think we just have not seen the red. Martis is a new player in this series. We've got a very well-rounded lineup, every color in the spectrum. So, it's always going to be a difficult ban on Summer Flame's list with all these reds. Which red list do you fear more? And Martis is saying that Crackthorn. Very reasonable. Crackthorn's pretty good, and really depends on how the blue list is built. If this doesn't have as many answers to this, it can be a bit of a struggle. Especially if there's no transform. We do see the Humbling Vision cover, so potentially there is no transform. Summer probably wants to ban the green, considering all of this red he's got going on. But actually looking at the red ban, interesting. So he's really comfortable with this matchup, I think, because of how the previous 2 series have gone. He's managed to beat out the green list with this twice. So maybe he's feeling very comfortable from those past matchups. Starting with the mono red. Let's see what Martis starts with. Starting with the green, wow. I was about to say I think he's going to not start with the green, but all players in this tournament so far have started with the green to counter Summer. Very interesting and very good pick on Martis's part. I think if Summer had started something else... I mean, again, I guess mono green is just good against a lot of Summer's lists, so it is a safe pick if you're wanting to just nab a free win, hopefully, round 1. Those are things to think about as well. Getting a win in the first round is very good. Oh, looks like Martis also brought a green ramp list, but built a little bit differently than mine. Looks like a terrible starting hand, though. Like I mentioned with my own green ramp list, I think Oakfather is not a terrible starting creature. We actually found it with the Explorer, because we actually get to dump this. And he's less statted, sure, but the early collection potential is pretty nice. We get the it costs 7, but yeah, we make up for it a little bit more. Like, if we consider this maybe 6 cost, because we're collecting ones where other creatures couldn't, you know, 6 costs 6-8 is pretty solid stats in the early game. Oakfather, actually a pretty cool card. Some are now wanting to dodge that Oakfather entirely. I'm gonna go to the other side. So I think Martis can slow play this. If we are indeed playing ramp, especially with these heavy Oakfathers, well, sure, I guess we'll take a free trade while we have it. But slow play, by slow play I mean we can just hang on to this Oakfather until we build up mass amounts of forests. And we should be in a pretty good spot. This Oakfather now in Summerflame's face is really threatening too. 6 attack threatens pretty much anything red can play except for Captain, which can't be played just yet. Captain, a little bit difficult to deal with. So we're just gonna dump stats. Try to deal with this thing. The taunt is really cool here though, because we actually get to sidestep and clear the Horsemaster, and then we taunt our opponent out of collection. And we've got more Shamanic Dances to follow up. I mean, I say just dump this again. This is such a huge card into this matchup. Like, 4 HP is a really large number for red to try to deal with. On top of an already 6 power body, which, as I mentioned again, can answer anything red plays. I actually probably wouldn't even expect Cap 10 in this list, considering Cap 10 is in the... well, 2 of his other lists. I guess it still could be, but there's going to be a lot of crossover cards he has to deal with. And just has to play a Shaker here. I mean, we could have gone for the Heralds, but maybe I guess he's looking for just to get the extra stats invested immediately. This is cool too. We get to, if the Oakfather comes over and clears, we actually get a collection, so we're no longer taunted. And we line up the stats pretty perfectly. So Martis might consider a buff here. I think Dwardy is a pretty solid play. Oh, we're just gonna go for Oakfather. Keep the pressure going. Yeah, sure. I mean, I don't know, this is mono green into mono reds. This is gonna be pretty tough. There's a Rebel Slinger in here. What? Interesting. So it doesn't matter too much what Martis does here because it is mono green. But typically I think it is better to go for more value in this matchup just to guarantee your win. Especially if you're already in a winning position. Might as well just go for the Dwardia, build up damage, build up more forests to build that Oakfather even bigger. But it really doesn't matter. We get to full clear the left side and develop the Dwardia anyways. We have our Willow feed. And Blossoming Kodama. Alright, well, not much to say about this matchup. Seems like it's just gonna be a slow march to face that Summer's just not gonna be able to deal with. So, what does Summer have next? He's got the blue list, right? So we counter with the blue, hope to win that matchup. I honestly think it's a pretty even matchup still. We did lose to Summer's matchup, but I think we just got high rolled. He managed to get a double cap 10 off of his tortoise, which, as I mentioned, is the one and only card in red that Oakfather can't deal with. So that was a pretty lucky pull from Summer, but I think ultimately green ramp should do pretty well into the the red-blue that Summer has. But we'll see what happens. He could high roll cap 10 again, who knows. But also, Martis is running buffs in this version, I was not. So, if he does run into cap 10, maybe a clutch top deck Runan's Guidance could help him out. But also, I don't think it's likely that a second time Summer gets 2 cap 10s. So I think he should do absolutely fine. Still, I am surprised Summer didn't ban this list. We'll see if that was a mistake, because if this list can't beat it, I highly doubt the mech list can either. No starts, though, from Martis. I actually haven't seen maybe any starting creatures from Martis so far. So that could be a problem. And Summer getting the Water Ellie opening again. Jesus. He's got this 4 times in a row, I think. We've only played this match 4 times. And we've gotten Water Ellie opener every time. No, there was one time where he started sides with boss. Okay. So out of 5 times we had 4 openers with Water Ellie. Fine. Yep, still no starting creature. So, what does Martis have in here that's even a starting creature? I don't remember what we saw last time, but it's not much. Oh no! Are you serious? We topped the cap 10 again. Oh no. But like I said, there are Runan's Guidance in this list, so Summer might be playing around that a little bit. Anyways. Oakfather is really good at fighting the Water Ellie stats. I will say that. Oh, Willow, right. That was the starter. Playing in Hook range. Martis clearly unaware that Hook exists in this list. I think if he was aware of the Hook, it was just perfectly reasonable to put the Willow backwards, because we're going to feed this anyways. That's the purpose of putting this on the same side. But was not thinking about Hook. I think even if you're unsure in this position, the Willow backwards makes sense anyways. Hops away? What is the hop away for? What is the hop away for? Oh, he's running Wood Ellie in this version, right, okay, fair enough. Yeah, I actually think Wood Ellie is just a terrible card. I'm on board with Lizard on that one. And, I mean, I don't think that's a hot take. I think everyone's on board with that one. Big stats. Alright, well, without the double captains, this is going to be a lot more difficult. I'm still a little bit salty about that, actually. Now thinking back on it, this was such a big piece in that match. So, how does Summer win this? Probably just with tortoise value. I was actually surprised there was no thingies in this. Ice Rock Behemoths. It's all just tortoise. And I imagine it might not even be 3 tortoise. I think it's just 2, because we haven't seen them pop up too often. So I might just be running like a 2 of or something. Tortoise is a very, very expensive card. Both land-wise and Faeria-wise, so it's hard to justify the price a lot of times. We did top deck the buff, so if we ever have to tango with this guy, we have something. But the 5 attackers are going to be less okay into that. But I don't think it's going to matter too much. It looks like Summer's Flame is not top decking the cards he really needs to deal with these stats. Even if he does, it's going to be so difficult to actually get into his face. Oh, there's the tortoise. Alright. We can get some value with that. Can actually play it this turn too. Very cool. Alright, Shaker's a very good top deck there. That is a very good top deck. Less good. Well, yeah, we can humble the Oak Father, I guess. Man, who would have thunk 6 power actually is meaningful in matchups like this? Okay, nothing really much else to play. We could... Yeah, I mean, we're not really pressured to play much. We could play the Vulpine, I guess. Vulpine is fine. Yeah, I think we're just gonna drop the Vulpine. This is a nice little fighter, especially paired with buffs, where we're threatening a lot of area on the board. With not only 3 power, but that potential of more power in hand. Though Summer has given us a potential Martis has given Summer a potential Copter line. Don't know if he's got enough Faeria to play all the stuff he wants, though. Copter... We got Copters, we got Shakers. Like, if we ever play Shaker, we really also want to Humbling, and we... excuse me. We don't particularly want to Humbling the 6-9 when there's bigger boys coming in the future. Another thing Summer has to be concerned about is Tree in the future. Martis is threatening 10 forests and enough Faeria to comfortably play it, while still having the rest of his board intact. Okay, so just casually slow playing. We just jumped the boss there. The boss is pretty good. Essentially represents a flame burst by putting it in trade range. Although we have to kind of shimmy our creatures around because the Captain is actually body blocking our own stuff, or Summer's own stuff. So, probably just slap face. Yeah, Summer might even have to build extra lands if he wants to really shimmy around these things. I mean, unless land is being built for us. Oh no. Missed the hit. Roped a little bit. Yeah, I disagree with this forest. I think this really helps our opponent out a lot more. Now Captain's free to sidestep, and he's free to hit in with the boss. And we roped a little bit, so we missed that, of course. But that's hard to it's hard to play around roping. So this is a very tricky decision to make. It looks like we're humbling this guy just to get a value hit with the boss. It makes sense. It's just gonna mean that hitting into Oakfather is gonna be a bit more awkward with shakers and things. We'd really love to push up on this right side as well. It looks like we're investing a land here. Okay, well, it's a tricky turn. I don't mind this. This relieves a lot of pressure off of Summer's face, because the 6-8 probably wants to take a shaker out, or even the Captain here. I mean, actually, he probably just hits face. There's too many things here. We have another Oakfather in hand. We have a Tyrion Golem in hand. We just got a lot of stuff coming. We can dump both of these things here. And actually, taunting the Ground Shaker with the Wood Elemental is pretty cool. That means we get a lot of time. We remove this 5-6 from the fight, essentially. So Summer's got to use his other tools to deal. So honestly, this looks like a pretty easy turn of just hitting face, dumping two big boys, and sidestepping the Wood Ellie. Oh, okay. Not going for a face. Uh, there's one thing to consider where you don't want to step the taunt in range. Yeah, I mean, I guess this works too, but I don't think you're really pressured into taking Ground Shaker there. You might as well have just hit face. Actually, I take it back. No, I really do think the face hit was important there, because this thing might get answered with something. If Martis knows the list, he knows the only answer is Humbling Vision, which is still really difficult to deal with this thing, but I don't know. I don't think there was anything you gained from clearing the creature. He played around the hook shot, though. That was pretty cool. Sidestepping the Kodama. Plays around the hook. So there's one heads-up play there. Did find a Humbling Vision. Now, Captain is hit once, right? He must have hit once. He's damaged. So if he hits again, we get a buff. That puts this to 6/6. And then we can copter... No, we don't have enough. Oh wait, we do get 2 off of this. Okay, water really clear makes sense there.
Installing updates.
Okay. I guess boss. Another boss makes sense. Was hard to know what to do there. I think another boss makes sense. Ooh. Yeah, I think Martis is still in a great spot to play this tree. He's not under any pressure whatsoever. That seems like a fine tree play. And with a creature on board to utilize it. Although the 6/6 is actually spooky. Maybe the Shaker does make sense, I guess. We do contest the stats, where we can value trade. But then we can't move up the boss. I don't know. Could have put the Shaker here, maybe. We get taunted. Feeds. Ooh. That's feeds. I mean, it doesn't matter. We have the tree. And again, it's an uncontested tree, so I guess it doesn't really matter, but we suddenly just lost a ton of pressure. And we're thinking about investing a forest. Shamanic Dance? Again, playing out of hook range. Yeah, it's gonna be really tricky. That's gonna be really tough. With that Stalker coming down soon, I don't know. Don't know how we're gonna answer this thing. I guess our answer to this is Martis doesn't top deck a single other creature for the rest of the game. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what you do here, Summer. It looks pretty tricky. We really need to find something to get in range of this, even like in hookshot range, but even then we need 7 damage. I mean, we can throw a flame burst in there, but it's really difficult. Where's your Havocs? Grab some Gift of Steel value. Drop a Cipher. Yep, I guess the Cipher's the one that's gonna get stalkered. Yeah, it's really rough too that Summer couldn't like board clear or something there, because Martis is just in such a comfortable position where he's triple collecting every turn, and not much Summer can do about that. Alright, we are actually kind of lucky that we rolled the 50-50. There was a 50-50 chance the buff actually hit this one. But I guess it's not the end of the world. I mean, it kind of also is, though, because we didn't want Cypher to gobble this or get combated. Oak Fajar. Are we gonna go Kodama plus Taunt? Neat. Just to protect from the combat hit over here. Oh yeah, we can just do it there, right? Wait, that doesn't make sense though. I guess it does. Yeah, you kill both things. Eh, sure, fine. Fine. Yeah, I think that's GG. So, really unfortunate, because now Summer, I think, loses the entire series. I don't know that Mex has any hope of winning. It does have hope, I guess. Again, I think Martis's openings are a little bit greedy. So, with that in mind, if Summer can get like a really clean early gameplay, there is a chance. Especially with those cannon carriers. Everyone was bringing green ramp today, that was kind of crazy. And this was, remember Lizards, last tournament I was like, I need to be thinking about green ramp, I feel people are going to be playing it. And then one person, and you were like, nah, no one's going to bring it. And then one person brought it. And now 3 people brought it. I don't know, I got inspired from the chant happening in, I think it was my Discord server. People were talking about green ramp, and I'm like, green ramp? That's a green list I could use. That I haven't used before. That sounds like a cool plan. Actually, I am happy with how the green ramp that I built performed. Again, I am sad about that double cap 10 top deck from Summer in that one match, but I was happy with the list overall. I do think Wood Ellie is just hot trash. So Summer hangs on to the cannon carrier, recognizing this is a pretty key piece in this matchup. But Martis finding 2 starting creatures. Oh, Vulpine's the other starter. Okay, we got Living Willow, Vulpine, and Wood Ellie. Kind of sad Summer's starting second. We're a little bit slower on our land production. And pretty good for Martis having 2 collectors in this early game. Though 2 feeds is looking maybe a bit awkward for now. Going aggro. Makes sense. Especially with the land that Martis wants to build here, which is this collection spot. This opens up this mountain spot, which is very nice to have, where we can cannon carrier and threaten that detonate. And now we're actually in a position where we can feasibly just go for a detonate play. We could throw an airbot in there as well. It doesn't accomplish a ton besides dealing an extra 2 damage here. I guess we can deal 2 damage to face as well, which is not nothing. So I think I like here... right, we actually do have the option to mount in here. That doesn't accomplish anything. I was thinking of, like, where we want the Shadow Silk Fairy to go, potentially. Oh. Wait, what are we doing? Okay, we're just doing... yeah, sure, we're doing it this way, fine. So the only thing this does is it puts the 4-2 on the left side. And the Shadow Silk Fairy threatening this. Okay, I really like this line. We actually threaten the Living Willow here. Both we threaten this, and we have the opportunity to step on the land. Okay, we got plenty of opportunity to step on land. Oh, top deck's another feed. Not great. I guess we could feed another Kodama. Wow, and we even have this land backwards we could potentially collect off of. Don't need to, though. Top deck another detonate. I don't think that's gonna make a big difference. I guess we detonate. Oh, well, oh no, we got the Wrath, right? I guess we could Wrath. Yeah, one issue, this guy comes over, this guy comes over. I guess we just Wrath here, yeah. Top deck's the Moby. So we have a full clear? Oh, and we top deck the heal. I was about to say, this is okay, but Summer managed to get poking a lot of damage, which is huge. But now with that heal top deck, that's actually a big deal. I don't know if Summer's gonna have the numbers to finish. If he's sitting on 13 life, it doesn't even need to pop the heal here, I don't think. Because Summer's only answer, or like face damage here really is the Hellfires. Sure, there's a Flame Burst, but yeah. So we'll just go for a draw and hope to find something, but it looks like we may be out of gas. As long as this heal does come down. If the heal doesn't come down, I guess it's still tough though. Like, 8 HP is still a really difficult number with nothing else on board. We just used 2 detonates. Oh, sorry, no, we didn't. We only used the 1. Yeah, we're just gonna panic pop the heal. We did top deck a second Flame Burst, but we're so shy of that now. Do we just let a Hellfire rip? Map Dealer is cool, that protects your face one more turn if Martis wants to stop the Collector. Or he just dumps a creature, really, like Wood LE. Yeah, Wood Ellie looks like a good blocker. We could try to Oak Father feed. I don't think the body is super important. We should have plenty bodies coming. Oh. Okay, we'll go for the Stalker instead. That's fine. It's nice to save the Stalker for... Oh, we line up lethal this way, sure. Yeah, fine. Find the triple! Don't know if that's gonna be enough, but... Like... Ugh. Don't have enough Faeria to do all of this. We have 9 damage, we're just missing 4. Yeah. I don't know. Rip a Hellfire? And just hope the pings protect your face somehow. Because I don't think Cannon Carrier detonates accomplishing much. I mean, I guess we could put the Cannon Carrier passively? I guess that's an option, but... Yeah, there are buffs in this list as well. Alright, we achieved nothing. Fantastic. That was a terrible Hellfire. Yeah, so, Summer shot his shot, didn't quite work, and Martis actually still going undefeated. So, down the brackets, Martis has not dropped a single game this series. So Martis going on to the finals, very high contender to win this entire set with 3-0. 3-0, 3-0, 3-0. Wow. So, let's see... Let me check the brackets really quick. We do have Bamster vs. Kilt, so we're going to be waiting a while. We'll see if we can stop in partway into Bamster's match. Alright. We are back, everyone. We are just going to tap in partway into the other end of the bracket, where Kilt has currently 2-0'd Bamster. So let's see what list Kilt has brought. Clearly the way this has gone so far is Bamster tried to counter with his ideal counter pick and failed, which is not good. Not looking good for Bamster then. He's got to play the list that he thinks is unideal into whatever Kilt has brought here. So we'll see how it goes. Looks like a Nat list, potentially, on Bamster's sides. And some form of red from Kilt. There's a lot of red being brought to tournaments recently. Oh, really? Fairy. We're losing to Fairy, huh? And Husk stuff. Probably because Bamster is running Husk stuff himself. That is his calling card. Bamster tosses the starting creature, keeps the annoying Nats. Questionable decision. I'm not gonna say we get rewarded, because we don't really. This costs 7 to play Lord plus Nat. So, not sure why we tossed the Storyteller there. Maybe we're concerned with Flame Silk Fairy hitting our face. We want the healing late game. I guess that's possibly fair. But, probably... Wait, this is super interesting. Has Bamster mentioned that this was maybe burn? It has burn elements in it. I don't know why you would ever want to keep Nat opening hand against a burn list. Typically as a Nat player, you never want to play the Nat into burn. Any form of burn. You have plenty of other tools to work with, like... even if Wild Avenger is being run, that card is pretty huge into the burn matchup. Oh, maybe because of Husk things he didn't want the Teller? I don't know. I still would have liked a starting creature. Yeah, like, who cares that you're getting hand size? I want a collector. I desperately want a collector in any Husk matchup, regardless of how many cards I'm drawing. The Husk itself, pinging you really doesn't matter, right? Sure, it's a form of burn, but as long as we maintain Faeria advantage, I will take as many cards as you can give me. Easier said than done sometimes. Sometimes the burn cards can just, like, Cypher's Wrath your Storyteller, and that sucks. But... so Kilt also not playing the Storyteller, which is also interesting. We invest the Silent Warrior instead. Typically, and especially with the Soul Pact, we could just dump this, healed a little bit. Typically, I would like to draw into actually good cards rather than playing this 5-cost 3/6. And even if I want to play this at some point in the future, we put it in a more relevant fighting position, where now Bamster can just dodge this, but... yeah. Again... oh my god, my game has crashed. Amazing. Faeria does not like sacrifice creatures. I thought that only happened with Demon Wrangler. Apparently Lord of the Waste hates it too. It's all the Shadens. Creeping into my game. So I guess we do have Balloonfish potentially to scoop up the Nat. But it's so expensive to spend 2 on a creature you don't want to use. But 2 Balloonfish in hand, I guess we can protect the Nat for a little longer. Okay, we got a Wild Avenger. So yeah, I would like to see the lands being produced aggressively, so we get this Avenger in an aggressive spot. It looks like we're on 5 land count, which I guess makes sense for this type of build that is probably running Weeping Idol. You get a lot of Faeria generation, and just nothing to spend it on. I actually think this matchup is pretty good for Bamster, now that I think about it. As long as you don't play the Nat, and I suppose as long as you're not running Balloonfish in the list, you honestly should be in a pretty great position. Just because you got the Wild Avenger to outscale the Husk pings. We've got Weeping Idol also to just hard counter Husk. This looks like a great matchup for Bamster. I feel like this should have been the counter list. I don't know what he played before though, to be honest. But Bamster was talking about being concerned with this one. I actually think he is pretty favored in this matchup if he plays his cards right. I would like to just see aggressive lands. There's not really a point in going here either. Oh, what are we doing? What? Oh, wow. Wait, what was that? Okay, absolutely despise that line. That was utter garbage. Are we trying to get under Husk threshold? Again, like, we don't care about getting pinged in the face with Husk, really. Like, getting pinged in the face is what this deck is supposed to be good at dealing with. We got Radiance in the future, a lot of healing tools, and this Avenger just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. This was horrible. Sorry, Babster. What are we supposed to do with a 6/4 floating on the ocean? And yeah, I liked building the aggressive land more so because, one, to get our forest in a spot where Wild Avenger can trigger, but also we've got that, we had that second balloonfish in hand where we can just replace this collector in the future if this gets answered. But now we've got no more protection for our nets. Oh, we don't actually take the hit? I would have just taken the hit here. Wait, why didn't we take the hit? We had the value trade. Wait, what? I'm very confused. Why didn't we take the hit? That was such a clean value trade. Now we just get... like... I mean, I guess he can't take this anyways because he doesn't want the guy to drown. But also now we don't even have to take this hit. We can produce the forest and slow play a little bit. Or we go for the value hit. Kind of value hit. Nightmare. Oof. I mean, we no longer have Nightmare to deal with Scourge Flame anymore. I hate everything. Oh my. So we can't put this Wild Avenger aggressive anymore, potentially, because we now need to protect. Yeah, so another thing that was just disgusting about that Balloonfish play is... we sent a 5/5 back as a collector. Which is just not a great collector. And I really want this Avenger going face, because we don't really have much aggressive pressure in this list, I would assume, but even in this hand. So once the Scourge Flame hits face, we're not going to have an answer to it. We used our Nightmare. And, I mean, maybe it was fair to take this guy out, but I don't know, like, you should be running Soul Drains in this. I think if we just hope for Soul Drain top decks, we don't really need to care too much. But we do need to care about a Scourge Flame hitting ourselves in the face. One nice thing is, for Bamser at least, is the land structure Kilt has built. Kilt has built. Anyways. The only potential Scourge Flame land is the center space. Which he can then trade back with the Ogre Adventurer. So curious, I guess he's not going to take this value trade. Since the 6/4 now has a stepping land, doesn't really make sense to... oh, okay, we are going to go for it. Man, I cannot predict these players' plays at all today. They are just doing whatever they feel like. So, ooh, this is actually a really nice play. Okay. I really wanted the Wild Avenger to come here, dash over, and now you're taunting the Scourge Flame space, which is such a huge play, honestly. But Bamser missed it. Doing whatever he feels like, I guess. Yeah, so huge play here. We had the option to either trade the 6/4 into the 5/4, or we could step back, save the 6/4. Really, realistically, we want to just clear this creature. And then with the forest built, we dash the Wild Avenger onto the land. He's at 10 HP, which is super difficult to deal with. Kilt on board had, what, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 damage? Like, it's killable, I guess, but still really difficult to kill. And now this possession is terrible. Wait, this is really, really bad. This guy just dies. What? We literally have stats on board to kill this, and we played in range. Oh no. I'm so upset. Why are we doing any of this at all? Oh my god. Yeah, so I mean, I'll take the free trade that's on board. Oh wait, we went for a draw and we didn't Scourge? No! Why no Scourge? And now Bamster gets to relieve his mistake and not let this Avenger die. What is happening in this game? Oh my god. Goes for a draw. Yeah, we get to take a value trades. Yeah, I mean, we can just take the 6-3. The draw is kind of huge. We get a Weeping Idol. Yeah, so just take this trade, slap face. We need to get as much face pressure as possible before those Scourges come. Oh, come on, Bamster. It's such a... Ah! I'm really upset at these plays, man. I don't know, there's not even that much to think about. Our really only playable card here is the Swordfish. Right? We just take this trade, dump a Weeping Idol wherever we feel like, and then I guess either we go for more pressure or we try and taunt the Scourge Flame land. We can do both. We can just step onto the mountain. Once again, taunting on having a taunt on this space is huge. If you pay attention to where the lands are going, please, Bamster, make a play. Oh no, why? I hate everything. Like there's no reason at all to take the husk there. Like I really want to preserve the life of this Avenger because it just represents so much. That Kilt has to deal with. Like, there's a top deck Nightmare, but that's a Nightmare that's forced to be invest. At least we did taunt, so that's something. Really unfortunate we didn't get the Cypher's Wrath there, but that was such a clean kill with the Cypher's Wrath. Which is why I desperately wanted this creature to be cleared. Like I said, like, Husk is really good for Bamster in this position, where he gets, like, the excess Faeria. Oh, great top deck. That's a good top deck too. We have to search for more playable cards. We don't really have anything in hand here. Don't play the Freedom Fighter. Storyteller. Just tell her. Just tell her. That's all we need. I don't know. There's a debate whether to put it aggressive or passive, but I don't think we really needed it to be aggressive. We found it. We found the husk, and no other playable creature, so Storyteller aggressive was fine. And now we march aggressive. Good. We don't really need Faeria collections when we got 2 Weeping Idols on board. And it looks like Bamster's gonna win this. Probably. He should have enough establishment. Unless the players just go completely off course and make wild plays. As they've been doing so far. Yeah, because there was an opportunity earlier in the game where the Scourge Flame could have gone face, right? Which... there was a trade range in the 5-5. I guess there was more to think about there, but... Yeah, this is gonna be pretty tough to come back for Kilt. Bamster with all the Faeria he needs to work with, and now that Radiance in hand, think he's feeling very comfortable. Value trade. Structures blocking face. And yeah, we're gonna win this matchup just naturally anyways. Debating playing a 7 cost 5/5? Alright, I don't think we need to be that comfortable. Killed playing for time? Yeah, no, that's a clever play. Bamster is dropping the 7 cost 5/5. I suppose it doesn't matter in this position. I don't think Killed can really come back. Even with a 7 cost 5/5 being invested. These things represent just a lot. And these choking sands a little useless. Nothing reasonable to hit into. Bamster better play his turns quick though. I think, yeah. I think it's been said before, but I think if Bamster wants to improve any further in this game, working on time bank is a good one. Recognizing when you're super far ahead and in an unlosable situation, you can just afford to make mistakes. Just quick click everything to save on time bank. And probably not be showy by playing cards you don't need to play. Because we actually have seen this time and time again in past tournaments with Bamster, where he loses on time. Or is pressured in the final match to just have to play super quickly and make mistakes anyways. So why make those mistakes in the last match of the series when you could just make mistakes when you're already in a winnable situation? And that's always something to think about, is considering that time bank issue. Also, Bamster has quite a slow grindy list to pilot, on top of having to play 2 entire more games to win this series. So this will be going to Game 5 no matter what happens. Not no matter what, I mean it could go to Game 4 and Kill It wins, but if Bamster wants to win, it's going to Game 5. That means you need to think about every second on that time bank clock. But Kilt, I think, is feeling pretty happy, even having lost that match. I mean, like I said, I think Bamster's list was favored in that matchup. Again, I don't know what he picked to try and counter, but it seemed like that seemed like a pretty reasonable counter list. Both having a ton of healing for the burn and having Weeping Idol for the husks. Like, Weeping Idol is just a hard counter to a husk. It does everything you could possibly want. You get Faeria from getting pinged, you get Faeria to spend on the excess cards your opponent's giving you. I mean, what more could you want in a husk matchup? So we'll see what Kilt has to counter with. Looks like we have a mono yellow. Now, Kilt, as he mentioned, was playing for time. So it would be in his best interest to actually play the worst list he has into this matchup. Save the best for last, because you should have a comfortable amount of time bank to pilot that matchup. And just use this list to maybe drain out the time bank. I don't know, unless you just win anyways. But this actually looks like a pretty good list to counter Husk anyways. Probably pretty low deck weight. And low deck weight generally is good into anything Husk related. Because, again, you get Faeria to play the excess cards your opponent's giving you. The Husk Ping, again, the Husk Ping doesn't really matter. It's really just the Merchant and Storyteller you're concerned about. Baron Sky Vermin. So this is going to be some kind of aggressive rush hybrid thing. Oh, really? Interesting. I thought with the Mistral Guide we'd be going sideways. But okay. We're going to be going for rush lines. That seems like a pretty obvious take. I don't know what the consideration is here. What is the Spamster considering here? Yeah, I have no idea what the thought process was there. Maybe he's just tired and sleepy, falling asleep at the keyboard. That's my only explanation. Okay. Baron Sky into Prayer is huge here. I think I would have preferred going left side, just so the 4-4 can fight the 6-4. Hey, we actually have a beast. Look at that. We have a beast. So we can get 4-4 stats for 5 cost. Not bad. But I think we just go Shaitan Demon off to the left side. We can just hang on to this Vermin. Save this in case we top deck any more prayers. I guess we can also just take a collection. That's fine too. Goes here. I don't like this. I don't know why we wouldn't just go for the collection spot. We threaten a value trade here, which is massive. Now we just give Bamster a free trade for no reason. And this might be one of those misconceptions that people have with Rush, where Rush is about hitting face, when it's really not. Rush is just about threatening these well spaces and accidentally hitting face every so often. Like Shaitan Demon to the left was an excellent Rush line in this position. It would have forced the Soul Drain to be invested on the Shaitan Demon, plus the 3/3, which is 2 cards being invested into that one, as opposed to simply this guy hitting in. And that's only if the Soul Drain was in hand. If there was no Soul Drain in hand, that's just a free value trade. Oh, I don't think Doomgate's very good here. No, we're just gonna pass. Oh, and we did top deck the Prayer, and we invested that Baron Sky earlier, pretty much for no reason. So that's gonna hurt. Investing that 1/1 too early, missing out on a free Prayer trigger. Also, we didn't move the 4/4 last turn. We had the option to, right? Or no, we were just on 3 lands. Never mind. I also kinda liked the Beast Trainer into the Vermin if we like had nothing else to play. It was kinda silly. Yeah, here I really don't know. We could play the Crusader. It's not terrible. I mean, a 4/4 stat line into this list is actually not awful. The only thing you're concerned about really is the 6/4 guy. And Avenger, but you have Last Nightmare for the Avenger. Oh, man, all these players playing in range. I don't know what it is. You guys have not been watching my guide videos. Or maybe I haven't done a guide video on playing in range yet. I need to I need to work on that, huh? Which is really strange too, because he put the Shaitan Demon not on the well spot last time, and now we're putting the 4-4 on the well spot. I guess because he has charge, so he's feeling comfortable he can still threaten that face, but yeah, I don't know. In this position, I definitely would have liked to see playing out of trade range. Even just keeping him in the center space was fine. Then you're still threatening that 3-3 and threatening face. Or one of the collection spots. Like center looked like a great space there. But we are going to get the value trade after all. It's just the unfortunate risk of doing this is you play into things like Soul Drain. Which is a bad thing because you're losing initiative, which is a big important thing. I really need to talk about initiative in one of my videos one time. It's kind of a big topic to discuss. One day. Oh, we have an option here also to hit face to pray. Oh no, we have the Flash Salmon, it's fine. So, let's start actually with the Flash Salmon face hits. And see what we pray into, or not. We also don't have to do that, sure. We also are just not gonna play it at all. Really? Really? Why not? That seemed like a amazing play there, right? So if we did this, we Flash Salmon face hit, we pray, and then I mean, both we get the prey off, but then we also get a card draw with this Flash Salmon, which we're kind of desperate for right now. We have nothing playable in hand. Like, these two cards are really unplayable. Nightmare is pretty unplayable as well for a while. I don't understand at all what the goal with holding this is. Like, maybe he's trying to save it for, like, killing Nat in the future, but, like, that's just, not reasonable. But we did get the Monk, so I imagine we'll see a Monk face hit at least. No, we can't face hit with Monk, can we? Yeah, I guess we can't unless we build another land. Which is a little bit awkward, but not the end of the world in this position. We've got plenty of card draws. We're going for the Flash Salmon now? Did he just not realize this was in hand last turn? Very interesting. Oh, he wanted to develop the aggro land. Tempo 6-6 is not terrible in this position, especially when we have Nightmare here. Bamster's big answer to the 6-6 is, I guess Lord of Waste could come. This is a really important spot to count Faeria thresholds. I guess Soul Pact exists, so you can't really do that anyways. Because Lord of Waste would suck a lot. Lord of Waste plus a Soul Drain would suck a lot. We have one of those pieces in hand. Because we really would not like to have to Nightmare this. And Balloonfish, coming to bite Bamster in the butt. Not a great card in this, sort of thing, I guess. So the 6-6 does pay off, I think. He's just gonna dump a 10-10 Radiance. I respect it. By playing this Radiance, that is gonna close out the win for Kilt, though. That is just way too much of a fairy investment to come back from a Nightmare. But I respect it with the prediction of there being no Nightmare. He realizes that he's in a bad spot. Let's just go for a potential 2-turn lethal. Try to close the game out that way. So I think Kilt is really happy to see that. We're just gonna rip the Nightmare, and Bamster's probably just surrendering here. Oh? Alright. Not hidden face, but we'll get some free draws, I guess. Sure, why not? I don't think there's a potential lethal to find in there anyways. Well played, Bamster says. Yeah, I don't think there's too much to think about. And Kilt is going to move on to the finals with Mr. Martis. Martis, who is so far undefeated in this tournament, has not dropped a single game yet. Never mind series. So Kilt has an uphill battle to climb here. It's going to be a really exciting one. Let's get that started right away because I think both players pretty much ready to go. Alright. Welcome back, everyone. We're ready to start. This is the finals of the Aurora Open, number 2. We saw a couple of Kilt's lists. We've seen most of Martis's lineup. So let's see what the players do. We've got quite a lot of red stuff. There's a lot of red being brought to this tournament, and a lot of green. And a lot of people not banning the green. So interested to see the bans here. I think this is just an auto ban of green for Kilt, but I mean, we saw Summer in the past with a full red lineup not banning the green. So we'll see what happens. Players really sleeping on green this tournament. As far as Martis goes, I mean, we're going to ban one of these red lists, I imagine. Just the mono reds. Makes sense. If Martis was watching, he might know some intel on Kilt's lists. I think the burn list is completely manageable. I don't think burn is that big a deal in the meta currently. Mono red, always a very spooky list, though. Especially, actually, I think Martis's lineup is pretty weak to red. Now that I'm looking at it. Depending on what this blue list is, but with the Humbling Vision cover, I expect this to be reasonably weak to red. Yellow, usually weak to red. And then we got a red list of our own, which is going to be maybe like a 50-50 into most red lineups. But actually, both players' lists are looking a little frail. Depending what this one on the left is, I don't really know what this is, but with a 2.6 cost, I don't expect this to be very chunky either. So, this is going to be an interesting matchup. Not much chunk, and a lot of red. Very interesting. Martis locking in the start with the red-yellow. This has 3 crossovers and a neutral. So this could either be... let's see, it could be Mex, or it could be Angry. Angry with 1 neutral, though. I don't know what the 1 neutral would be. It's probably Mex. Yeah, okay, we're Mex. And Kilt starting with the burn. Let me also put some scores on the board. Let's remember to do that. Starting Mountainside, interesting. Wait, let's put this one down here. Okay, we got the proc. Doesn't really matter into this matchup. Cypher's Wrath always kills. I guess it matters when Ground Shakers come down, but... And that Storyteller staring down the Brigand gets flame bursted. Pretty important to clear. This will be an interesting one. I think I'm a little worried for Kilt in this matchup. Again, also because Burn is just not like that amazing in the meta, but if Kilt manages to sneak enough burn damage, maybe we can get somewhere. Marta's actually investing just both farm airbots right off the bat, so that is very interesting. Potential to get these guys cleared, and then you lose out on good detonate plays in the future. So very interesting that both got invested, but I think we may be seeing a junk feat in the future coming down pretty soon. This looks like a pretty easy pick of Cannon Carrier. Really don't want to give your opponent the Cannon Carrier. An Ancient Boar is a little difficult to proc as the Mex player. Really, you can only proc that with Cap 10 and Ground Shaker. Maybe Boss if it's being run, but usually Boss isn't run in Mex. And I guess Junk Feed plus the Cannon Carrier could do something. Ooh, Manta Rider. Looks good. Blazing Salamander is just a card to watch out for. Presents a lot of damage, especially with double neutrals being playable. But Manta Rider is such an overpowered card. Oh! Really? Okay. Well, we give our opponent the Manta Rider then. Sure. Don't know how I feel about that. Well, okay, actually fair enough. Blazing Salamander in this position is pretty good. I guess you want to play around the current turn. Is it that good though? I mean, if you're playing the Faeria, I guess. I don't know. I guess that's a debatable play. Manta Rider. Oh, it's just gonna be a nightmare to deal with, though. And we don't necessarily want to use our nightmare to deal with it. I guess the Salamander's good for taking out one of these airbots, maybe. I don't know. We don't really want to invest double neutrals when we've got a 6-land deck. But perhaps in the future, when Martis pulls off a big swarm play with detonates and such, we can counter back with Salamander. I don't know. Wait, we don't have detonate in hand. We're just going for the junk feats. Yeah, I don't agree with the step up of the airbot. That's a free kill. And literally free because we get to shoot it. There is, I guess, one decision point to make here where do you want to go for board clears or do you want to go for the burn game plan? Which I think both are honestly pretty valid at this point in the game. Control is nice. Control is a really nice line. What's nice about the burn is that your opponent is on quite a few collectors, which means they might be able to clear your board pretty consistently and pretty easily. Bloodsinger's a cool top deck. So we could go for a burn... Oh, right. We don't really have anything efficient of... Wait, we missed one damage if we were playing this. Okay, I mean, hopefully that doesn't matter in the end game, but we did miss one damage. the 3-3 was able to step up, we could sidestep the 2-2, play the Bloodsinger, and then take the trade. We would have gotten 1 more damage that way. We'll see if it matters. But I do like the clear here. I don't know. I actually think the clear was always the play. I don't think going for face hit was good, because we did want to step the 2-2 in range of that 3-3, which is pretty bad. We also want to kill things that before it gets buffed too much. We top deck to detonate. It looks like we might be going for the Slinger detonate. Yeah, pretty reasonable, I think, in this position. We get a mech on board to make use of this junk feat before he dies. But I was about to say we have a full clear, but I guess we don't, because this guy just got buffed. Awkward. I wanted to double neutral Salamander, that's pretty cool. I think it's still kind of cool. We are going to go for it. Is that the play, though? Like, I guess so. What else are we really doing? We really need to take out that Bomb Slinger, which our only other answer is the Wrath. Yeah, I think that's fine. But now our opponent can counter with this big juicy Manta Rider we gave him. And block that well spot. Very cool. But now we can counter back with top deck Flame Burst. We could Nightmare this if we want. It's very expensive, but I guess it's not that bad. If we don't top deck Flame Burst... Okay, we'll try to draw for it with this. Yeah. Don't find it. Not good. Now we get value traded hard. Yeah, I mean that was a rough turn. Nightmare is not really something you want to play. Like you lose all your Faeria by playing that, but I don't know. It was okay. Pretty tough decision there. Grabs the Monstrosity. Now, Emissary is a reasonable card for Martis to have. We bricked a Cannon Carrier. That was good. A really good card. Well, it's good for Kilt. Really good card, Cannon Carrier. Gonna invest the Flame Burst, maybe? Alright, and drop a... Oh, Flame Burst over there, okay. Fair enough. That's a great choking target, wow. What a target. Unfortunately, we're gonna lose complete board control here. Which isn't great. And our opponent gets to value trades. Unfortunate. I don't really see another way of this happening, though. What's also really unfortunate is we don't have a follow-up creature. We've only got 5 costs. So that's very, very awkward. Especially with that Brigand coming down. Ideally, we would like to not Flame Burst that. Yikes. But yeah, we kind of have to Flame Burst it, unfortunately. Finds a follow-up Fragmenter, which is excellent. Right after seeing that Choking Sand, and Kilt with nothing on board. Only 4 Faeria to work, or 5 Faeria, I guess, to work with next turn. Fragmenter looks good. I guess this is the other card that Ancient Boar pairs with, but typically this card is not run in mechs. The reason being, Fragmenter is not actually that great a card It's just really expensive. In this matchup, it's pretty cool. Well, actually, it's not pretty cool. Let's go Choking Sand. That hurt way too much. Like, we could just have this be any other creature, and it'd still provide a lot of pressure for us in this position. Since we're ahead. Anyways. Oh, really? We don't go for the Fragmenter. I mean, I guess, sure. It really doesn't matter. I guess also, like I said, we could have any other pressure creature in this position. Which we do. We can +1 Soul Pact. Cannon Carrier. No. We would like to build... We could just build up to Scourge Flame. Yeah, let's just build up to Scourge Flame, honestly. Try to get that guy going face. So I guess Scourge can come face. That's all we really have to work with. Martis, I think, has answers. No, he actually does not. Well, yeah, I don't think he actually does. You can't Phantasm it, because that becomes a 5/3, which does the exact same amount of damage. But yeah, I guess we just win. How about we make that our answer, huh? Storyteller! That doesn't help. I don't think. We needed... Wait, we actually, like, we're not dead there, but pretty much dead on the next turn. We could have Storyteller +1 into Husk. Oh, sorry, no, there's still a 4... What am I saying? There's still a 4/5 on board. Alright. Martis taking 1 win. And Kilt starting with yellow, or countering with the yellow. Looks to be maybe like yellow tempo with a Shaitan Demon cover. Oh, sorry, this is the rush thing that we saw earlier. Rush. Yeah, I guess Rush is a decent counter. We give very limited lands for our opponent to step on and hit our face with. If we're going straight down the center. Yeah, like Kelt went straight down the center last time. I do think with this type of build, though, going sides is really advantageous. Where you have the Mistral Guides in collection range then. And you can build this desert on C3 to send things up to face with. And then you can stay collecting here, and you have that sort of aggressive land to still ship things off. But pretty good starting hand from Kilt. We got Mistral Guide into Vermin, into Prayer. Little unfortunate we're going second, though. It's gonna take a little bit. Double Airbot opening again from Martis. We had that last game. So that's a little unfortunate for Kilt. Collect, 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 collect. We have Horsemaster in this list, wow. Is he debating Horsemastering this? Uh... Okay. Triple vermin. So that's a little unfortunate. We really want to get this Mistral guy going this turn, so we're gonna have to just do it. We can get a double collector at least. Oh, Shaden Scavenger. Not every day you see this card. This card's gonna suck in this matchup though. And especially with this Horse Master on board, what do you do with this? But I don't know, I'd play it backwards, I guess. Can contest the airbot stats, set up a potential secondary collector. Looks like this Mistral Guide is just dead. So I would love to get flying on this creature while we can have it. Gonna go for the Baron. Does not play the Scavenger. Interesting. I think this was a fine Scavenger placement. I don't really know what that's weak to, because now Martis gets to actually even develop a mountain on this space. But with Fragmenter in hand, sure, we'll take the aggressive one. Why not? And then we get to detonate as well. And full clear all of that stuff. Not too bad. And I think we're gonna miss our opportunity to actually Scavenger. Which is a little sad. Oh no, another one. Yeah, this card is not very good, solely for the reason that it's extremely conditional, and even when you pull off the condition, it's kind of just a meh card. Respect for running it though. Very cool. Love to see new cards being played, at least. Being tried out. I wouldn't have minded to see double neutral on that last turn. I don't really know if it wins you the match though, but getting these scavengers anywhere relevant is going to be hard, and getting all of your rush creatures anywhere relevant now. Let's see, we got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We could dump our hand here. Looks like we're dumping our hand. Alright. Can't reasonably Slinger here. I guess we could Slinger plus Wrath.
Let's explode together. Let's explode together.
Slinger plus Wrath. Alright. And we got the Monk. Yeah, this land placement's gonna hurt us a lot. I don't know how we're gonna win this. Kel doesn't know either, so he's gonna surrender. So that was the list that he was hoping to counter the mechs with. So this is the list he's not as comfortable with. One lake in the list, I'm imagining this is Sirocco. I guess it could be Rapala also. It's a little bit land clunky, but we'll see. Maybe it is just meant to be a Mimi list. Oh, it's angry? Wait, what is this actually? Something with Husk. So the blue must Birapala, I guess. We get bursted. But great follow-up with the Amaya Merchant. Now for this pick, I almost want to go for the Deepwood Grizzly just because this is more resilient into the mech matchup. Grove Guardian's really strong though. So this is a tough pick. I think we can go for Grizzly here. More HP seems good. I mean, Grizzly on our opponent's side is also difficult to deal with, so I think we just go for the Grizzly. This is a nice stat stick, but we do go for Grove Guardian. Grove Guardian is very strong, so both are fair picks. Axe Grinder is pretty solid. Anything higher than 2 HP is reasonable into mechs. But we're gonna go for Grove Guardian instead. Something a little chunkier. I actually really don't like this line though. This is extremely weak to Bomb Slinger. I really want to be able to Flame Burst this thing, and now Martis is looking like he just wants to take that trade. And we gave our opponent free Faeria collections. That could have been prevented. And now we're going to get blown out with a Detonate. So there was no Bomb Slinger. Bomb Slinger would have been game-winning on the spot. Instead, we're just going to take a full clear. Is that game-winning enough for you? Alright, GG, I guess. It's a short-lived series, and Martis is actually taking this entire tournament without dropping a single game. How about that? 3-0 every single match this tournament. So congrats to Martis. I'm calling it early. There's no way Kilt is ever making it back from this position. But he is going to play it out. So we will see some cards flying. Just for funsies. Big Burr. Yeah, so really impressive on Martis' side. Congratulations to him. Well played on all the matches. There are many tournaments coming up, by the way. I posted on my YouTube community tab all the different tournaments that are coming up. There are a total of 5 opens this tournament. As this season. This was the second one. So 3 more to go, plus 2 community-driven tournaments from Aero CZ and Bobbin coming in this season. So stay tuned for those if you want to watch. If you want to participate, definitely check out those links. You can find those under my community tab, all the links to all those tournaments, or just pop in the Faeria Discord. They're all posted there as well. So congrats again to Martis. Thanks everyone for joining, and we will see you in the next tournament.